Hello, everyone. I'm AJ Smith with the Inspire Conference staff here in San Antonio, Texas, January 28th through the 30th. I am so thrilled to bring you today Natalie Gingrich, who is sharing about her 90-day strategy, and she's going to be speaking at the conference and there the whole time to help answer questions, encourage everybody, and help you figure out the next steps in your business. So, Natalie, would you be willing to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your heart and your business?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. I am so looking forward to this. How wonderful is it to have people come to my hometown, our hometown,
Yes.
and to be able to grow their businesses? So I'm really honored to be here. But I am Natalie. I am obviously a San Antonio native, but more importantly to you probably, I am an operations expert and a mentor in for helping small businesses to truly transform, get to that next level. And so I have a background in HR and project management. I worked in corporate for about 15 years, and I have taken that corporate experience and pulled it together to really help small businesses to be able to scale like a large corporation does. So, really excited to
Nice.
share my knowledge and my skills with you guys and help you do the exact same thing.
Oh, I love that. A lot of times, some people are in the corporate world and they're trying to figure out how to make the jump to an entrepreneurial journey. What was that like for you deciding to, this is where I'm called, this is where I'm going, and this is how I can serve my community?
I would love to tell you that it was a straight path, but it absolutely was not a straight path.
Couple
So,
jumps, leap over the river.
yes, yes. At the end of the day, let me start back at the beginning of the day when I left corporate and took that leap. I was really looking at serving women, and my goal was to like save all the working women of America,
Mm,
right? So, really
awesome.
help, yeah, really help women to become grounded in their gifts and also be able to serve their families. That is still a massive part of my role today, but I do it from a business perspective and instead of just a personal perspective. And so once I got into and I understood the online space
Mm,
and began running a small business myself, I really looked and I was being leveraged by the people around me for with to pull out the business knowledge that I had already, like, I was taking it for granted. I didn't even know what I had was really special or different or important. And so I've merged those two things, 15 years and several degrees and lots of experience and trial and error in
yeah.
corporate. And I've been able to really develop a position and a full business
Cool.
on supporting other people's businesses, but also just to make sure that they're aligned with what it is that their true life's vision is, not just like charge and bully their lives through their business goals, which can easily happen. And I'm not saying that we haven't been there and I won't be there again, but I really try to use that grounding methodology and making sure that my legacy, which is my big word, my lifetime big word, is really legacy. So, whatever
Yeah.
I'm doing, whether it's personal or professional, I'm really just digging into making sure that it's authentic to me and my family.
Oh, that's beautiful. And I love that it's so grounded of just like we are mind, body, spirit, emotional. So like linking all of this in your business too is so important because otherwise you're just so
Yeah.
focused on your business and everything's like burning down around you or like you're burnt out and
You see it
that's
all.
not a
I see it all the time.
yeah, that's not a sustainable way to run your business.
Yeah.
I'm curious, in knowing all that, how has building this business and being an entrepreneur changed you and your outlook on life?
Well, I think it all comes back to freedom for me.
Mm,
And I try to connect other people to really understanding what it is that their core skill sets are. We oftentimes are we take them for granted, like I mentioned earlier. We take them for
yeah.
granted, so we don't even know that these things are valuable, special, or different. And so, I mean, I think that me evolving and understanding that those gifts are truly gifts and being able to share them has made this entrepreneurial leap so much more comfortable and really authentic to me. I don't, that word is overused sometimes, but it really is like this is a full expression of me. I'm not here to get rich. I'm not here to be a movie star. I'm not here to do all, to do the
Yeah.
things that a lot of even people that I admire are doing. It's just not my journey. I want my journey to be to leave a legacy for my children so that when I'm gone, they actually see what, I'm seeking balance and I want that legacy to show up in my kids much after the time I'm gone. So
Yes, Natalie. You said about like your journey and like this is part of your journey. And a lot of people, sometimes as entrepreneurs, and like this can happen to me and everybody, I'm sure, that you come to a point where you're not quite sure where your journey is leading and how it's going. So what you're going to be sharing at Inspire Conference, which I am stoked to like learn. I'm going to take all of the notes. I'm going to have like recorder going, um, is a 90-day strategy. Like, let's figure out where are we going? How are we doing it? So if you could share with people, kind of like break it down a little bit, what you're going to be speaking at an Inspire Conference.
Yeah, so this is my number one, my most favorite topic to share with people because it makes such a huge impact.
Mm,
So, in my time with you, we are going to be breaking down and truly creating. It's not just you listening and hearing things. We're actually going to have some materials where we're going to be interactive, we're going to be working through it. But I have a framework and a methodology in which I help businesses to create a 90-day plan. It can go much further than that, but I do know that in small business, so much can change in 90 days. We've got economy, we've
yeah.
got lifestyle, we've got issues, we've got technology. All those things can change. Your team can change. So I'm going to focus on 90 days, and then I'll be around the rest of the time to make sure that if you have questions outside of those 90 days, that I'll be there to be able to help you and guide you through that. Because it's in San Antonio and I love the passion behind this event, I am going to be there the entire time and supporting you guys and making sure that I have an impact. I mean, it
Mm.
is truly important for me to make sure that I give back to you as an attendee of this event to really, really, really make a 90-day strategy that is something that is important to you. It's full of integrity and it's something that you're excited to hop into.
Oh, that's yes. Just yes to all of that. And we so appreciate you being there. And friends, if you're going to be at Inspire Conference, which you should, you don't want to miss this. If you're feeling stuck and you do this 90 days strategy with Natalie, and then you're like, oh, I have a question on this, she's not leaving right away. She said she's going to be here the whole time. So you can ask her questions, you can dig in. Like, let's get specific about your business. Let's roll up your sleeves. Natalie's rolling up her sleeves. I'm not wearing sleeves. We're all doing this work together. And
Yes.
so during the conference, Natalie, you already kind of went into this, but what would you suggest people ask you when they have opportunities to ask you questions in relation to their business?
So part of this framework is it starts with understanding what your mission, vision, and values are, and I think that's going to be a part of this. I'm not covering that particularly, but
Mhm.
the idea is all the same. If you know where you want to go, I can help you in getting there. I can't write your vision. You have to write your vision. And so once you have that, my job, my gift to you is helping you to prioritize. There are 7 strategic objectives that every single business of every single size, I don't care if you're Amazon or the Ops Authority, it doesn't matter. We all have 7 different pillars of business. And in that, I'm going to help you take those 7 pillars, align them to your vision. And then we're going to start looking at the projects and the tasks that go along with that so that you can understand what you can truly accomplish in
Mm,
90 days by looking at your team, the tools that you have, and a bunch of nerdy stuff, but this is really how
sounds
business gets
amazing.
done.
Yeah. And I think a lot of times what is it? We overestimate what we can do in a year, but we underestimate what we can do in 10. But
Yeah.
even in 90 days, if we're diligently chopping away and doing something, we're taking steps of things that move the needle and not just like posting things on Facebook or doing
Mm-hmm.
this, like when you're
Yeah.
actively engaged in your work and you know what's going to happen, I mean, that's a game changer.
You know what, AJ? So many, like, I use the word strategic, and I do have, a long history in corporate. And so some of those words pop up and they make people feel uncomfortable.
Mm,
But the reason I've continued to use something like strategic mapping,
yeah,
strategic planning, strategic objectives is because that's why people get stuck. They don't understand, they don't
yeah,
identify what it is strategically with where they want to go. And that's when the other influences of the world start to populate and they
hmm,
make us pause. They
yeah,
pull your attention away, and all of a sudden, you're not focused on 1 or 3 things. You're focused on 99 things, and
yeah.
social media shouldn't be one. So I can't wait to do this with you guys. It's such a powerful exercise. This is it's something
Yeah,
I've done all over the world. I've helped about 400 entrepreneurs with this
fabulous.
framework, and you're gonna love it.
Yeah. And our last question for you, this is the Inspire Conference. So what
Mhm.
has you inspired lately? Like soul, business, life?
Well, at the time that we're recording this, we're hopping into the holidays, and so that has me
Yay.
all jazzed. I'm a holiday fiend. Like I love this time of year. I love the energy. I love
Mhm.
just the family focus. That's really exciting to me. On a business front, I've just completed my own strategic mapping for all of 2020, and I've got
Awesome.
some new products coming out, and I've been working on those things. Just yesterday, I did an entire experience. So, what I wanted the customer to feel and to
Yeah.
experience as they were going through this product, through the sale all the way to the offboarding. And so, I love systems and processes. And so, that has me fired up today.
Yeah. Oh, that's so great. And that's a really good point too of like how are you taking care of your customer? Thank you, Natalie, for meeting with us today. Friends, join us for Inspire Conference here in San Antonio, January 28th through the 30th. You can buy tickets now at www.attendinspire.com. That's attendinspire.com. We also have a Facebook page, Instagram. Come join us, hang out, ask all of the questions. Any of us are here to dig in with you and roll up our sleeves and take your business to the next level. Have a fabulous day, and we'll see you soon.